Although the students of East Side High seemed to unanimously enjoy the film, many felt that key elements of realism were lacking.
It was a lot of violence, but it wasn't as violent as they have it.
It was a good movie, but like a movie, it had to be exaggerated a little bit.
That was too fictitious. I mean, you can compare this to the Ghostbusters.
Now, I say if you want to kill yourself, don't fuck around with it. Go in and do it expeditiously. Now, go in and jump.
Mr. Clark has more pizzazz, more zeal, a little more, he's a little more dynamic than Morgan Freeman.
Nobody can be like him, though, you know what I'm saying? It's just one guy like him, you know, that's just him.
The only way we're going to get anything done is to get everyone involved.
Please pick up the paper, young lady. Come here, please.
One thing that all the students seem to agree on is Clark's effectiveness at implementing discipline. Discipline that Joe says the students appreciate.
When I hear them tell the Board of Education, if you mess with Joe Clark, we'll destroy this building brick by brick, that makes me feel good.
Can you hear me?
You don't fear anything here, not even that bullhorn.
Yeah. He helps. You know, when you're in trouble, he helps you out.
Mr. Clark helps you all the time. And if you don't have something that you need, he'll just give it to you.
Personally, he's done a lot for me, and I'm thankful for that.
While some students sing Clark's praises, others describe him less fondly.
Well, he asks us when we go into classes and everything. He don't see us with books, you know, get angry.
I don't think you should go around with that bullhorn because he be yelling people's names out. That's embarrassing.
The baseball bat and the bullhorn, you know, I don't think you should, you know, go around the halls, you know, with it and stuff like that.
They used to call me Crazy Joe, but now they can call me Batman.
I have a bullhorn, I have a baseball bat, but if kids did not love him, they would take the bullhorn and the baseball bat and simultaneously wrap them around my neck.
East Side High continued in controversy today as students marched on the Board of Education in a demand for more bilingual teachers. Their principal, Joe Clark, no stranger to controversy, led the march. Clark had also just announced that he'd accepted a 5-day suspension for what happened at a variety show in the school auditorium. The kids may have loved it, but a vice principal didn't, and he stopped the show a few minutes later. Clark was in Los Angeles at the time, taping an appearance with Arsenio Hall. A poster for the show had been shown to Clark prior to the performance. The producer says publicity photos were also given to him. Clark says his vice principals mishandled the situation.
I was not there, but I would not have canceled. I can assure you that, an entire variety show.
Well,
and the big issue here, I think,
as the man as the man responsible for that school, why didn't you find out what was in that show before
I knew what was in the show because we've had the show before. I had a poster clearly indicating.
You thought you knew.
I knew what was in that show, but based upon what has happened before. This act was something that we've never had in the last 3 years we've had that show at East Side High School, last 2 years. I think maybe there was a little underhandedness involved in this process.
You mean the producer of the show was in league with somebody to try to hurt you?
I feel that there was some type of sabotage because it does not indicate honesty and integrity and veracity. It indicates some type of underhanded dealings that was aimed primarily at maybe getting attention for self-aggrandizement.
I then went to see the show's star and its producer, who was very understanding.
I believe that Mr. Clark meant that someone might have tried to sabotage him by calling in the press, who has begun to act almost like vultures, along with the people who are anti-Joe Clark, to pick literally almost the flesh off of this man who has done a lot for the school.
The kids, who, by the way, were told they probably would get more bilingual teachers, don't agree with Clark's suspension because of the stage show.
It's not right because Mr. Clark wasn't here, and what they did on the auditorium, we see it on TV. We even see more than that on TV.